Yet another major legal setback in the United Kingdom. After a London court ruled in favour of Bank of India in a long-running loan recovery dispute that is linked to his business empire. Notably, the London Circuit Commercial Court has ordered Modi to pay more than 10.7 million US dollars, which is over 100 crore rupees at current exchange rates, marking a significant victory for the state-owned lender in its global efforts to recover dues from one of India's most high-profile economic offenders. Well, the case relates to a loan extended by Bank of India in 2012 to Firestar Diamond FZE, a Dubai-based company that is associated with Nirav Modi's Firestar Group. And according to the bank, Modi had personally guaranteed the loan, making him individually liable to repay the outstanding amount if the borrowing company defaulted. And following the default, Bank of India initiated recovery proceedings under the personal guarantee agreement, claiming unpaid dues along with accumulated interest. Modi contested the claims in the UK courts, arguing that the personal guarantee could not be enforced and that the bank had not followed proper legal procedure in issuing repayment demands. He also claimed that he had not received certain notices issued by the bank, including those sent in April 2018 and October 2025. As he was outside India at the relevant times, and in a rare move, Modi himself appeared before the London court earlier this year in order to defend his position in the case. However, the court rejected his arguments and ruled in favour of Bank of India. It held that the repayment demands were valid and properly served, and that Modi was legally bound by the personal guarantee he had signed on August 3, 2012. The court further noted that legal representatives of Modi had already received relevant notices establishing that he was aware of the bank's claims. It also observed that a later demand notice had been sent to the UK prison where he is currently lodged. And according to the judgment, Modi's liability includes approximately 4.1 million US dollars as principal outstanding, along with interest, bringing the total recoverable amount to over 10.7 million US dollars. The court concluded that Bank of India was fully entitled to accelerate the loan and enforce the guarantee after the borrower defaulted and the financial condition of the Firestar Group deteriorated significantly. The ruling comes after examining the background of the financial collapse of Modi's business empire, which worsened following investigations into the Punjab National Bank fraud case that surfaced in early 2018. In February 2018, India's Central Bureau of Investigation registered its first FIR in the PNB scam, later alleging that fraudulent transactions worth nearly 2 billion US dollars were carried out using fraudulent banking guarantees. The case triggered widespread scrutiny of Nirav Modi's financial dealings and led to the multiple recovery and enforcement actions across the jurisdictions. The court also referred to evidence indicating that Modi himself had acknowledged the financial distress of his companies. And in an email cited during proceedings, he admitted that adverse media coverage had severely impacted business operations and that the companies were no longer in a position to meet their liabilities. Bank of India argued that repeated demand notices were issued seeking repayment, but no payment was received, and the court accepted this position and rejected Modi's claims that the demand was invalid or improperly served. It noted that the legal requirements for enforcing the guarantee had been satisfied and that the bank was justified in pursuing recovery through legal channels in the United Kingdom. Well, this ruling adds to a series of legal setbacks faced by Nirav Modi in Britain. He has been in custody in the UK since his arrest in March 2019 and has repeatedly been denied bail by the British courts. And earlier this year, the London High Court also rejected his attempt to reopen proceedings related to his extradition to India, reinforcing earlier decisions that cleared the way for return. Modi continues to challenge extradition efforts and is currently pursuing legal remedies before the European Court of Human Rights in an attempt to prevent being sent back to the India. Well, he is wanted by Indian agencies, including the Central Bureau of Investigation and the Enforcement Directorate, in connection with the multi-billion-dollar Punjab National Bank fraud case, one of the largest banking scams in India's history. And the latest judgment is being seen as a major win for Bank of India, strengthening its ability to pursue cross-border recovery of dues and setting a precedent for enforcement of personal guarantees in international courts. And at the same time, it adds further financial and legal pressure on Nirav Modi, who remains at the center of one of India's most high-profile financial fraud investigations. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.